Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the 7 worst new motorcycles that most people end up regretting after buying. Number 7. Honda Shadow Phantom. The Honda Shadow Phantom is one of those bikes that looks like a rebel, but feels like it's crawling behind a soccer mom's minivan. With its blacked-out styling, low-slung seat, and a dash of attitude, it gives the impression that you're getting something edgy for your $8,000. But once you hop on, reality kicks in quicker than a DMV line. Its 745cc V-twin engine delivers a ride about as exciting as decaf, fine for casual town rides, but the moment you try to merge onto the freeway, you'll wish you'd chosen anything with more teeth. It's not just slow, it's that special kind of slow that makes you double-check if the parking brake's on. As for comfort, think of sitting on a wheeled park bench. The rear suspension is so stiff, it'll remind you of every pothole your car city didn't fix. The low seat height may sound like a win, but it slashes your cornering clearance. You'll be dragging pegs before the fun even starts. And the tech? Or lack thereof. No ride modes, no traction control, and in many cases, not even ABS. For nearly $9,000, all you're really getting is a speedometer and regret. And forget resale. It plummets faster than your enthusiasm after the first ride. Bottom line, the Shadow Phantom is all about looks, with nothing to back it up. You're paying for attitude, but left feeling ripped off. Number 6. Harley-Davidson Nightster. The Harley-Davidson Nightster claims to deliver the soul of a Harley in a modern, stripped-down package, and yet it manages to miss the mark in every direction. Starting at just above $13,000, it might seem like a decent value, until you start noticing what you're not getting. That 975cc Revolution Max engine might sound impressive on paper, but the real-world experience is more meh than muscle. There's no grunt, no punch, and none of the iconic Harley character buyers expect. Instead of delivering a raw American cruiser, Harley ended up building a two-wheeled identity crisis. Then there's the build quality. It leans more plastic than premium. For a brand celebrated for durable, metal-laden machines, the Nightster feels like someone cut corners and hoped no one noticed. Suspension? Stiff enough to rattle your dental fillings. Ergonomics? Confused. It's like Harley couldn't choose between cruiser chill and cafe racer aggression, so they split the difference and called it a day. By the time you've added taxes, fees, and a few upgrades just to make the ride tolerable, you're staring at a $16,000 price tag and wondering why you didn't just grab a used Fat Bob with actual soul. In the end, the Nightster is a masterclass in spending a lot and still feeling shortchanged. It might catch your eye if you're chasing Harley vibes on a diet, but give it time and you'll realize this isn't the bike you show off. It's the one you trade away. Number 5. Kawasaki Eliminator. The Kawasaki Eliminator is one of those bikes that seems like it should be a blast, but ends up feeling like it belongs in a Craigslist lightly used ad. With a sub $7,000 price tag, it tries to deliver a modern cruiser vibe. But what you really get is more of a beginner bike meets midlife crisis mashup. Sure, it's lightweight and sits low, but hit 55 mph and the 4.5 parallel twin starts sounding like it's putting in overtime at a job it hates. Twist the throttle and the illusion fades fast. It's not a muscle cruiser, it's more like that unused gym membership you regret every January. Comfort-wise, the seat feels like Kawasaki used a cafeteria tray for design cues. After 45 minutes, your lower back will start negotiating a peace treaty. The rear shocks? Unforgiving, especially if you weigh over 160 pounds or live somewhere, like Michigan, where potholes are a lifestyle. Despite its urban bad boy persona, it doesn't even come with a gear indicator, leaving you guessing more than a tourist in Times Square. Fuel economy isn't awful, but the 3.7-gallon tank means you'll be stopping more often than you'd like, especially for something marketed to commuters. And resale? This bike lingers on the used market like a forgotten dating profile. In short, the Kawasaki Eliminator tries hard to be cool, but ends up like a tribute band botching a classic hit. Thinking of buying one? Might want to eliminate that thought first. Number 4. BMW R18. The BMW R18 is a big, bold cruiser that gets attention, but often for all the wrong reasons after you've signed the paperwork. Starting at around $16,000 and easily soaring past $20K with a few extras, it's a heavy financial lift for what eventually becomes garage decor for many owners. On paper, it oozes retro style and precision German engineering. In practice, it's a clunky, overambitious heavyweight trying to play Harley's game and tripping over its own shoelaces. The engine is massive, literally. The 1,800cc Boxer. Twin has torque to spare, but in city traffic it's total overkill and downright stubborn. And the weight? This thing tips the scales at nearly 800 pounds. Try maneuvering it in a parking lot or executing a tight U-turn. It's like wrestling, a vending machine. Maintenance doesn't come cheap either. BMW's parts and labor carry that luxury tax. Drop it, and many R18 first-timers do, you're looking at a repair bill that'll make you reconsider every choice since high school. Resale? Depreciates. Faster than guacamole at a picnic. Ultimately, the R18 is a case of all looks and no payoff. It's a jaw-dropper in the showroom, but on the road, it's the motorcycle version of a bad first date. Flashy, uncomfortable, and impossible to get rid of. Number 3. Triumph Rocket. The Triumph Rocket 3 is the kind of machine that grabs attention and drains your bank account. With a price tag starting near $24,000, it's one of the most extravagant ways to scream, "I bought too much bike." Sure, it has a bonkers 2,500cc engine, the biggest on any production motorcycle, but that's like bringing a flamethrower to light birthday candles. It's overkill, and not in a fun way. Practicality? Forget it. Weighing in at nearly 700 pounds, it handles like bench pressing a fridge around corners. Navigating traffic or backing into a spot becomes a sweaty ordeal in leather. It may look like it roars with power, but it barely whispers when it comes to comfort. The rear suspension might be visually striking, but on American highways filled with crater-like potholes, your spine won't thank you. Fuel economy? Laughable. Around 30 mpg if you baby it, which no one does on a Rocket 3. Maintenance and insurance are expensive too. Triumph parts aren't exactly easy to find, and if you drop it, which is not uncommon, the repair costs will have your credit card weeping. In the end, the Rocket 3 is more of a display piece than a practical ride. It's a muscular reminder that sometimes bigger isn't better, especially when it comes with recurring chiropractor visits. Number 2. Harley-Davidson Road Glide. The Harley-Davidson Road Glide is a $25,000 tribute to loud pipes, aggressive styling, and buyer's remorse. On paper, it reads like a dream machine. Massive V-twin engine, iconic frame-mounted fairing, and that unmistakable Harley swagger. But once the down payment clears, reality takes the handlebars. First off, the Road Glide handles like a hungover sofa. At nearly 900 pounds, it's more floating fortress than nimble tourer. Low-speed maneuvering is a leg workout, and parking it feels like docking a cruise ship without a crew. The infotainment system may look flashy in the brochure, but it acts like it was programmed by someone who's never used a smartphone. Navigation bugs, laggy touch response, and frequent Bluetooth hiccups turn long rides into tech support sessions. The Milwaukee 8 engine throws out enough heat to grill a sandwich before mile 10, and despite the premium pricing, the ride quality doesn't match. The suspension interprets every bump as a life lesson. Gas mileage? Hope you enjoy meeting gas station attendants frequently. And while the exhaust note is legendary, it doubles as your neighborhood's early wake-up call. Depreciation? Let's just say it hits harder than a pothole on a hardtail. In the end, the Road Glide isn't a terrible machine, but it's a very expensive reminder that you should have taken a few more test rides first. Number 1. Indian Chief. The Indian Chief is a textbook example of a bike that's all style and little follow-through. With a $17,000 price tag, it looks like a rolling sculpture of Americana, but give it a week and you'll realize most of that money went into shiny chrome, not real performance. On paper, it's got a beefy 111 CI engine and a classic cruiser, profile that screams attitude. On the road, though, it handles with the grace of a barge in a parking lot. Tipping the scales close to 700 pounds, it corners like a bison on Ambien. And for a supposedly modern ride, the tech is laughably outdated. No ride modes, no real safety features, and a bare-bones digital display that makes an old iPod look futuristic. Ride comfort? The suspension feels like it was tuned by someone who thinks back pain builds character. Parts are pricey, wait times are long, and resale value nosedives fast. The Indian Chief may look great parked in your driveway, but every ride reminds you that looks aren't everything. And with that, we've reached the end of the video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the